Hey, Pastor Mark here with the Word of the Week. Our scripture today comes from Revelation chapter 21, verse 4. It says, "He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning or crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away." This verse speaks to us about hope. You know, we're entering into the Advent season, and one of the key elements of the season of Advent is the subject of hope. You know, as we live our daily lives, sometimes it's hard for us to be hopeful. We live in a time where once again there's tremendous grief, societal upheaval, many difficulties, and perhaps a little bit too much focus on the daily news will give us a sense of hopelessness. But this verse reminds us that God is going to make all things new, and that should give us hope. I was reminded of one of my favorite Christmas carols. It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. Remember that song? Ironically, it's interesting that this song does not mention once the birth of Christ, and yet it is a standard of our singing during the Christmas season. It was written by Edmund Hamilton Sears, who the context of the writing was around the time when the Civil War was starting. And so he watched the society being just torn apart and wars starting. The country was fighting against itself. And he was led to write the words of "It Came Upon a Midnight Clear." You know, there's actually 5 verses to the song, and only 4 of them show up in our hymnals. But the one that's often missing is actually the 3rd stanza. I want to read it for you today. It says, "But with the woes of sin and strife, the world has suffered long. Beneath the angel strain have rolled 2,000 years of wrong. And man at war with man hears not the love song which they bring. Hush the noise, ye men of strife, and hear the angels sing." Doesn't that sound familiar to us today? So much noise in our world, so much focus on all the turmoil that we're missing, perhaps, the song of the angels, which gives us hope. Oh, that final verse that we're familiar with of the song says, and it points us to Revelation 21:4 that we've already read. It says, "For lo, the days are hastening on, by prophet seen of old, when with the ever-circling years shall come the time foretold, when Christ shall come and all shall own the Prince of Peace their King, and saints shall meet him in the air, and with the angels sing. For he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more, neither shall there be mourning or crying or pain, for the former things have passed away." This is our hope. This is our promise that one day soon God will come and abide with his creation, and he will make all things new. As we journey together towards that day, let's rejoice and listen for the angel's song, and remember that God is faithful and we can trust him.